My crack a cold one is just a big dad win for me that I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm doing this right as a father. Maybe I'm actually figuring it out. So I think it was Monday or Tuesday. So we're like, maybe it was Wednesday. Who knows? Anyway, it was like 3-4 days into having no power, generators running every night. The lights dim. And you're like, is this the end of time? Is it done now for us? So the kids have been staying up a lot later and they've been getting up earlier because of it. There's been a lot of like less sleep nights to where emotionally both my children are having a more difficult time, understandably so.
Stir crazy, locked in the house.
Stir crazy.
Nothing going on.
My 5-year-old in particular, she is like, 5-year-olds to me are in such a unique phase to where they're really coming out of the toddler stage and they're getting into like the kid stage, the actual kid stage where they understand the idea of independence, but they're still very dependent on parents, but they're finding the envelope of like, where can I kind of find more of like me? I do this thing. And my kids were graced with a decision for a dessert. It was going to be, my wife cans peaches. So it'd be warm peaches and vanilla ice cream.
Lord.
Or a popsicle. Right? Now we're all sitting here and if you're listening on Spotify or wherever you're at right now, you're clearly thinking to yourself, warm peaches and vanilla ice cream is the move right now.
Yeah.
5-year-olds don't think that way.
True.
5-year-olds have been talking about popsicles since morning. Breakfast hit. Can I get a popsicle? Too early for a popsicle, honey.
You know we don't do this shit.
We're not doing that. So they are given the decision. I have an 8-year-old and then there's a neighbor girl, Mackenzie. She's staying at our house as well, along with her parents. She's 10. These kids identify, understand, and execute. They say, hey, I'll wait a little bit longer, but I want the peaches and I want the vanilla.
Come on.
That's what I want. I'm thinking to myself, good move. 5-year-old's over here really having a hard time. Ends up settling for the popsicle. Gets the popsicle, maybe 3 licks in, and here comes the peaches and the vanilla ice cream.
No.
Starts getting on the warmer. She decides she's made the wrong decision. She wants to take it back. In our household, you make a decision, whether you're happy with the decision you made or not, you got to stick with your decision.
There's no going back.
There's no going back. And like next time, now you've learned, hey, I'm going to make the correct decision for myself by falling back a little bit and identifying. She doesn't take kindly to that. She starts getting mad. She starts having a little bit of a temper tantrum. All good 5-year-olds do it. We all know it. Anybody who's listening with a 5-year-old and storms upstairs. Storms upstairs. We say, hey, let's let her sit there, sit with her emotions for a little bit. She lets out the every once in a while loud scream. Hey, just to let you know I'm still mad scream. As a dad, you sit there and you kind of like, you laugh about it. Taylor's like, I should go up there. I was like, let me go. I'm going to go. I'll handle this. You've been cooking. You just clean. Like, let me do this.
Yeah.
Boom. Check. That is a pre-shockwave move, by the way.
Yeah,
that is. And that's at 1 p.m. All right. I'm not against afternoon delight, but I'm just letting you know, like, you put work in for these types of things.
Yeah.
I walk upstairs. My daughter wants nothing to do with me. She's like, where's mom? My mom said that daddy came up on his own. I wanted to talk to you about this. Do you want to talk? You want to come sit over here? No. Do you want me to sit over there? No. Do you want me to stand in the room? No. I am at a dead end. To the corner of my eye, I see 2 small little stuffed animals. I think she might not want to talk to me. She might want to talk to them. So I get these little stuffies out. I'm like, oh, hey.
You did puppet therapy.
Buddy, puppet therapy.
Take us through it. Use the Ollipops.
Why are you sad? My mom, she said I could, and then I couldn't, but did I get it? Well, I can't understand you when you talk like that. Maybe I can help you if you do. We start breaking it down. I got 2. She decides halfway through, doesn't like this one. She switches it out with another one. So now this one's got a different voice. Hi, how we doing? Yeah, I know. I feel you. We're going to get that figured out for you. Ends up, this is the conclusion of the story. I know we only have an hour.
Yeah.
We go downstairs. Willow apologizes to her mother and says, I'm sorry for the way I acted, but next time I'm gonna choose peaches and cream, and I hope that I can have good behavior and do my chores so I can earn peaches and cream.
Let's go.
Buddy.
Big win.
Thank you. So that is my crack a cold one.
Hey, how hard was she fighting that smile when you broke those characters out too?
No, she's good with the
Did she buy in?
Staying mad. She's
really?
She's in there. And then she sees it and she like, look at me. And then all of a sudden I kind of vanish and she's just talking to them.
Yeah.
And if I butt in, she's like, Dad. I'm like, oh, yeah. So you think? So
because Taylor in that situation, he's dad. It's not the funny Taylor Lewan all the time. Like, no, that's dad. Like, I am pissed off.
Yeah.
I see you're trying to make me laugh. You look dumb.
And as a dad too, like a lot of times you have to be the guy that is like comes in and puts your foot down a little bit. Like when we go out of town, Taylor will be like, yeah, kids, I had to get on the kids a little bit. I didn't like it. So I talked to them for an hour. I'm like, go to bed. Like when it's bedtime, like I'll play all day long. Bedtime hits, buddy. We understand the operation here. Night has fallen. You see it. I've read the book. It's time to sleep. I can't sleep. Here's the best way to sleep. Close your eyes. Breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. He's like, well, you don't work through it with them? It's like, sweetie, all the issues you're having in your head, if you talk about it, like we'll talk about it in the morning. And so you make sure and bring them up in the morning. Ooh. So you learn to yourself, I can go to sleep. And then in the morning, I can figure out all these issues.
Yeah.
Right. That way you're not causing nighttime anxiety where you feel like you have to talk about it. If you don't have somebody to talk about it, now you're 23 years old. It's like, boom, we'll move on tomorrow.
Right. I'm sitting there listening because I'm a sucker for like crawling in bed and just laying there because I like rub Rue's arm and back. Like I'm the closer. No matter what, I'm the closer. I'll either be doing Rue's bedtime or mom does bedtime and then she comes out, Dad, you're up. I go up because she knows she gets a little back scratch from Dad. But I'm sure that'll change whenever they get older and you lay down the law. It's like the other night, all the stir craziness from being locked in the house. It's like Rue comes down, Charles doing Scotty's bedtime. And the whole thought before Charles took Scotty up to do bedtime, you're going to help Dad downstairs, clean the kitchen, clean up the stuff, tidy everything up. And then, Rue gets to stay up a little bit longer. And then we go up and do Rue's bedtime. But she's kind of attached to like following Charles around.
Yeah.
And so she goes up. And then whenever Rue comes downstairs, she just gets on the couch. I'm like doing the dishes and everything. And Rue just starts whining. She's just like, kind of just like want your attention or kind of want you to ask.
Yeah.
But it's the point of the day to where there's so many things going on. Like between the power outage, the internet, the next day we learned that there was like a slight gas leak. But even being in the new house, like all the delivery shipping stuff just gets derailed.
Yeah.
So you're learning through the day, like all the things that need to get done in the house. Everything's kind of weighing on you when you're there at the end of the day and you're thinking, all right, we're finally getting to bedtime. Rue comes down, she starts doing the whining thing, and I'm just doing the dishes. I'm just thinking like the whining stuff
it drives you nuts.
Drives me a little crazy.
Yeah. Buddy, it's the worst. And that's okay to say.
Yeah.
It's awful.
And she's just on the couch, she's whining. I'm like, hey, Rue, I've told you we ain't doing this whining stuff. If you want, you need to talk to Dad and let me know what you want. And then I kind of take whatever it is. I go back to the pantry to put something away. She's now gone from the couch. She went upstairs. So I fill the milk up, get ready, prep to go upstairs and do Rue's bedtime. I walk into Scotty's room. Scotty is on Mom's lap. Rue is also sitting in the chair with them both. And she's like curled up on Mom. And I walk in, I'm like, hey, sweetheart, let's go hit your bedtime. And she's just kind of sitting there looking at me and I'm staring. I look at Charles and I look back down at Rue and I'm like, what's going on? And Charles looks at Rue. She's like, go ahead. And she's like, Dad was mean to me.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, she's like, she said you were mean to her down there. And I kind of smile because I'm thinking it's kind of funny. I go in there and I'm staring at both of them. And then Rue's like, Dad was mean to me. And I'm like, here we go. I go and sit down on the little poof. Go there. Hit my thighs. I sit down. I said, sweetheart, I'm sorry for being mean to you. But
hard butt.
I hit the butt. I ruined the apology with the butt.
Yeah.
But Dad tells you all the time, I don't like to respond to whining. So when you came downstairs, because Mom, I look over at Charles and I say, because Mom, what happened was I was doing the dishes. Rue just came, now I'm telling on Rue. Rue just comes downstairs, doesn't say a word to me. She just gets on the couch and she just starts moaning and whining. So I'm like, hey, I'm not doing this whining stuff. Like I'm trying to justify all my decisions with my wife.
Yeah. Because she's going to ask you, hey, so what happened with Rue? And then you basically get out in front of it.
And I was like, so Rue, sweetheart, when you just come downstairs and don't say anything to Dad and you just whine, Dad starts feeling emotions inside.
Yeah.
I start feeling some bigger emotions in myself. So I just say, hey, we don't do the whining. And I'm not paying it any mind because I need you to communicate with me.
Yeah.
When you feel that. Dad needs you to use your strong voice. She's kind of sitting there looking at me and we kind of just pause. I look at Charles and I'm kind of like smiling because I realize like I'm telling her, Dad does big emotions too, but Dad feels stuff too. And this is a two-way street, sweetheart. And I'm like, you want to come give Dad a hug? And she's like, yeah. So we give a hug. We do bedtime. And de-escalate the situation. But the whole coming down and the whining stuff drives me nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, you got to use a strong voice. We can't stop doing the whining.
Yeah. the whining thing to me is just a full stop. We're not doing that here.
Yeah.
Not in this house. Like if you have an emotion, like I always tell my kids, like we communicate in this family. So if you feel that you're okay to feel any emotion you want, that's all right. Be mad, you can be happy, you can be everything in between, any variety of that emotion. But if you don't say how you feel, no one can help you.
Yeah.
So buddy,
amen.
Just speak. Just use your words.
Just PT Sixers venting right now, just talking some shit.
That's a good note, and I loved the game. I wrote it down. If you can't talk about it that night, make sure you bring it up in the morning. I like that because it probably makes it feel very important to them that it's like, hey, Dad has remembered. Like he's bringing it back up.
Yeah, sometimes you don't though, and that's probably got another bag of issues. But
you have a crack a cold one?
I do have a crack a cold one. And then we got to get into voicemails because we got to keep it under an hour.
I know time is flying.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
What are we at right now? Like 30 minutes maybe?
Yeah, like 15.
Okay.
Give or take. Give or take.
Yeah.
30, 15, give or take. But you know what this means? All this fun and excitement.
What?
This can't be the only time.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I was thinking that too. I was like,
I know once we get through this, there's a couple things I just want to ask you. But and we'll get there. But no matter what, I think we all know the magic that's in the shockwave that's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
They say
for time's sake, I'll skip my crack a cold one. I'll just dive into voicemails because I know we have some voicemails directed for Taylor.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that we give some good time to
Sherm, they're technically not directed at Taylor. They are just 3 open voicemails. So if you would like to cut down on voicemails, there are none directed at him. So run the show as you would like.
Can I? I know that I just kind of got to invite back and I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
Pee really bad. Is it
Dude, go potty breaks. We do potty
breaks.
We do potty breaks. And you can talk about your crack a cold one.
Okay, crack a cold one. Okay, so I'll segue crack a cold one into dad loss because I actually had a really big dad loss. Like a big one. Scarlett had her first boo-boo and it was on Dada's watch.
Hey, and that is a tough pill to swallow, bro.
And dude, it was really, really bad because Jill saw me on my phone 5 minutes before said boo-boo happened. And I was not on my phone when boo-boo, like I cannot wait to get up to heaven and say that I was not on my phone. Like I will die. I will go to the grave. I was not on my phone. And I'm talking how I am right now to Jill as Scarlett's on her shoulder. And I'm going, honey, I was watching the whole time. I can tell you. And she's like, check your tone. Check your tone. And I literally go, I was watching the whole time. I was not on my phone. And I started scream whispering, dude, because I was so defiant. I was like, I swear to God, I was on my phone. And Scarlett, basically what happened is she's propping herself up very, very well. She's arching her back. She can like kind of one hand a little bit and like get this hand going on a toy. And so I'm very loosely holding her top, like the back of her sweater. Mm-hmm. And I thought that I had her tight. And this arm completely gives out and she just nosedives into a hard toy. And bro, as soon as she did it, there was a noise and like mom instinct, she had her back turned and was in the kitchen. What happened? And I'm already picked up Scarlett. And Scarlett is going into the biggest. It felt like Dragon Ball Z where like Goku like charges up his thing. Like Scarlett was. And then it finally just came out as soon as mom was like walking up. I'm like, oh my God. It was.
You just knew what time it was going to be too, since I saw you on the phone not too long ago.
Oh yeah. Jill thought I was on my phone. I was telling them I will go to my grave. I was not on my phone. I was watching.
Fair enough.
And I got a little hot with Jill and I was like, you're not on my phone. And anyways, a dad hack to come out of that. If your kid is going to daycare the next day, make sure to tell the daycare worker about said boo-boo so they don't think, if they don't see the boo-boo when you come in, they don't go, oh my gosh, did that happen on our watch? And then they're sitting there the whole day freaking out of how do we tell Mr. and Mrs. Young that, you know,
Scarlett's got this lump on her.
Yeah, this happened on our watch. So I had to very embarrassingly be like, hey, remember when y'all DM'd us that she needs wipes and diapers today? Forgot about those. And / guess what? She had her first boo-boo last night on Dad's watch, and it's right here and right there. They were like, "Thank you very much for letting us know." Blah blah blah. I'm kind of in the doghouse right now. It's okay
it's
though.
A panic.
It's okay.
It reminds me when I told this story, but because I got to tell it after the fact. But when Charles was out of town and Scotty fell off the first step, and I was watching the final 2 minutes. I think of like maybe Mizzou, Kansas.
I forgot.
And when it happened, I like
this
sprint
is
over.
early
I'm
in the
like, oh my
season.
God. Yeah.
Okay.
September. Like, yeah, she fell earlier when I'm on FaceTime with Charles. And then the next week, I'm like telling the story on For the Dads. I'm like, I was fucking watching football. And you just feel so shitty. Because then when they're acting up that way, like having that Dragon Ball Z kind of compulsion.
Dude. Just charging up the
all
biggest
that emotion
cry.
And nowhere to put it.
So fellas, yesterday, because Taylor checked in when he saw that the gas leak, the slight gas leak, and shout out Piedmont. They got over, no free shots to Piedmont, but they got over pretty quickly and fixed everything.
Oh, nice.
But we were like, I don't know what was happening. We were kind of checking the power outage situation, and come to find out, our service has not transferred over. Power was still out no matter what. Yeah.
Oh.
He never moved his AT&T.
No, not the
No. He's talking about like power.
I'm talking about power. So NES was still at the old house. We didn't get it transferred over, so it's still under the builder's name. I forgot how it came up.
Yeah.
But again, I forget how it came up. But the ball's basically sitting in my hands because there's texts, there's exchanges that I was the one responsible for transferring the power over from the old house to the new house.
Which is the only place you don't ever want to be.
Yeah. And so I'm calling NES, not about power outage, but I'm like, hey, I need to transfer service over.
How long was that wait on hold?
The problem is I couldn't find the account information and all of our information, like billing and all that with NES, because it was connected to, like, my login and password is connected to my old email that just stopped working all of a sudden, like a couple years ago. So I'm trying to find it. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I was like, I can't figure this out. And Charles was like, so you said that you were going to handle the electric, because Charles was trying to look through her stuff, figuring out like all the different parts of moving houses, like who had what responsibility.
Oh no.
And I'm like, yeah, that one, it's solely on me. I said I was going to do it on like December 22nd, just, probably figured out like, I can't find the account information. I'll try and find it later. Then fleeting the brain, kick the can down the road.
CT6.
CT6
kicks in. And I just get lucky eventually, probably my third try logging into NES through my old email.
Really?
Like finally getting the password right. And I'm like, hey, got on the phone. Lady was awesome. They fixed it. They get everything transferred over. Like the old house is actually getting shut down today. The new one is getting transferred over today. That was a moment too where I'm like, fuck. I feel like Charles feeling it. I'm feeling it. Again, it's the latter part of the day where just all of the obstacles that have just been coming through all the 5 days of the power outage and everything else going on with the house. And again, kids have just been in the house. School's been canceled all week long. Like you swim any lesson, they're all canceled. The delivery stuff derailed. And I feel it in Charles, and I'm just thinking to myself, fuck. Oh God! But that was like a dad husband law. That was a responsibility.
Yeah.
On my part.
Happens to all of us.
Yeah.
You're not alone in that.